Disclaimer: 6inc does not act as a securities dealer or advisor and does not register to do so under applicable securities law. The accuracy of any statements made by individuals interviewed is not verified by 6inc. These individuals or the firms they represent are solely responsible for their statements. Nothing in this interview is a recommendation by 6inc for any securities, nor is it investment advice or a substitute for professional investment advice. All investments in securities carry risks. Everyone's investment needs are different. Investors should obtain professional advice from a registered investment dealer, advisor, or other professional third party. For a full disclaimer, please see below or at www.6.com. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Six Report. I'm here with Stephen Stairs, President and CEO of Benton Resources, to discuss their recent news release. And Stephen, today Benton Resources and Cesium Minerals Corp. provided an exploration update and immediate plans on the 50/50 Golden Hope joint venture. So let's start off by just saying, what are you exploring for at Golden Hope?
Golden Hope was part of a, like I said, joint venture that was a really grassroots idea in a belt that's not seen a lot of exploration in Newfoundland. And we went in there actually originally exploring for gold, but within the first week we had found a lithium pegmatite dike. There's been all kinds of reports written that there should be a pegmatite lithium belt coming through Newfoundland. But nobody's ever discovered any of them. So we are the very first dike field that's been found at Kraken.
Thanks. That leads into my second question. Actually, I had prepared because I was going to say the James Bay area. It's a well-known lithium district now, but does Newfoundland have that similar exploration interest or geology in terms of lithium deposits?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Carolina tin spodumene belt basically travels, the whole structure travels through the eastern parts of the United States up into Nova Scotia and then down in through Newfoundland and eventually ends up in Ireland in the Leinster spodumene belt. So this is the exact tectonic structure. And like you say, in theory, they always thought there should be lithium in Newfoundland, but nobody's ever identified it. So we've got a huge land position, 60 kilometers of the total structure, and I think we're in the infancy of finding a major LCT type pegmatite swarms. In recent days, in recent months, we've announced a Cesium discovery with lithium and other minerals as well, so 12 kilometers away.
Yeah, you mentioned that in the press release that the Alliance received drilling permits for that newly discovered cesium, tantalum, rubidium, and lithium-rich Hydra dike. So why should the market be interested in cesium and these other commodities discovered in the sampling?
Cesium is extremely rare to find it in high-grade quantities. In fact, there's only 3 or 4 places in the world where it was mineable. The Sinclair mine in Australia, the Tankle mine in Burnick Lake, Manitoba, which is owned by Sinomine Resources, a Chinese-held firm. And recently, Power Metals have discovered a cesium dike in their Case Lake pegmatite swarms. This is, one of a handful around the world that's, in the grades of 2 to, we got up to 14.8%, I think, in some channel samples, over half meter. So really rare. We have been approached by cesium groups that are interested in cesium and basically tells us that if we have, any quantity of it, they would be interested in it. So it is, a commodity that you don't hear much of, and it's not a huge usage for it at current times, but there is a very, very small quantity produced in the world. So, the demand is there for certainly, 1 or 2 deposits.
Perfect. And Tim Freud, the president and CEO of Cesium Minerals, stated the 2023 exploration program at the GHJV is arguably one of the most important programs we will undertake. Do you share the same view in regards to Benton Resources?
Absolutely. We we've done 3 phases of drilling. We're just starting to get our heads around, the geometry of the dikes and how they're behaving. The soil anomalies are starting to come together, giving us extensive strike lengths of high lithium in soils, telling us that there's more dikes to be discovered. We've got that over about 6 kilometers. And then we've got the new Hydra dike 12 kilometers away, which also has lithium and tantalum and other critical minerals within the dike system. And we've done very little work there because we found it kind of at the last part of the season. And in fact, Tim and Tony were channel sampling out in kind of sideway blizzard snow conditions, the numbers that were released back in November, December. So this is the year I believe we're going to unlock, more dikes and start to build on size in the actual Kraken system. Our last drill holes were some of the best that we've released to date. 15 meters of over 1% in the Killick zone, which is a brand new discovery. So we've got lots of drill targets, and it's this could be a very pivotal year for us.
Perfect. Now, Benton Resources is also a large shareholder of Clean Air Metals. Do you have any comments on the recent withdrawal of the mineral resource estimate due to the third-party discrepancies?
Yeah, I mean, we were taken off guard, as was Clean Air's management. Obviously, you've seen Jim Gallagher and Abraham buy in the market. I think Abraham was buying right up into the end of December. So clearly they had no inkling that this was going on. These guys are true professionals. They have a track record of M&A acquisitions under their belt. They have the ability to build and run mines. Jim Gallagher coming from North American Palladium, which was taken out by Impala for $1 billion. And this infrastructure is second to none. So, we had the privilege of seeing all the data early on from Rio Tinto when we purchased it from Benton, and the Escape Lake data. We feel that, even if they have to rejig the size of the mine or whatnot, we don't know what the true discrepancy is going to be at the end of the day. But I'm confident that these are potentially mineable projects, and because of the infrastructure of where it is, I can't believe the stock trades at 6 cents. I mean, they basically got 6 cents in cash, so they're getting zero value for these projects, and they are probably some of the best PGM projects on the planet right now.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And if you want to learn more about Benton Resources, visit bentonresources.ca. Thank you, Stephen, for your time.
Thank you, Carl.